What's going on, everybody? It's SJG HBCU Game Day. We've got a special treat for you guys. We've got Duncan Powell, one of the top recruits in the 2021 class. He is letting us in on a little bit of a secret. He's got 2 HBCUs in his top 5. He will be committing very soon, so we wanted to talk to him and find a little more about who he is and why these HBCUs have moved in his top 5 when he has a lot of options outside of the HBCU spectrum. So, what was it like for you? Like, when did you start getting interest? Who were some of the schools that were interested in you and everything like that?
That's crazy. That started in like 7th, 8th grade. Just recruitment overall. I started talking to school. Well, I didn't start talking to schools physically, but schools started showing interest in like 7th, 8th grade. But Arkansas came about probably the middle of my sophomore year. They started coming to games and all that. I built a great relationship with Coach Crutchfield and Coach Musselman. And then I ended up committing in like, I think it was like August of my junior year before the season even started, real early. But yeah, recruitment's always been, kind of jumping for me. Guys really blessed me and put me in a position to be able to work for that. So yeah, I would say frantic would be not frantic, very ongoing, continuous would be the word for my recruit.
What happened with you in Arkansas? What made you decide to decommit and reopen up your recruitment?
Well, like I said previously, I committed real early. I committed before my junior season even started. But, I had fell in love with the program. I took an unofficial visit, saw campus with people on it and all that. And it just, I pulled the trigger real early. And that's something that, a rookie mistake, a young mistake. I was like 16 or 17, I don't remember. But, yeah, so I just feel like I pulled the trigger a little bit too early, so I decided to reopen it later, just a couple months ago.
The 2 HBCUs, for the folks who didn't read the article on HBCU Game Day last month, the 2 HBCUs that are there for you in your top 5 right now are Hampton and North Carolina A&T. Talk about when you talk about your relationship to HBCUs, or when you thought that you might, when you're getting this big time interest, you just thought that, still maybe it might be something for you to really consider.
I've been thinking about that since I was in like 7th or 8th grade. Like, for real, everybody would say, nah. But, just recently became a trend. Now, I ain't gonna say a trend, a trending topic to talk about going to HBCUs, But, like, I've been back in 8th grade, I used to say, man, I'm messing around, go to Prairie View. I'm messing around, go to Southern, because, I'm out here in Texas. And people just, what are you talking about? Like, what? Why would you do that? But, I've been on that way. And I have a bunch of connections with those particular HBCUs, Hampton and North Carolina A&T.
Start with Hampton. Talk about your connection to Hampton and what you found attractive there.
With Hampton, Coach Joyner actually coached my uncle growing up. So, he knew my nana by name. He knew my dad by name. He's kind of like a family friend. My uncle knows him real well, Julius Powell. He played at Clemson. But, yeah, with this recruiting game, whenever you have someone that almost has family ties, that plays a big role, It gets scandalous out here. So someone that would have like a personal agenda possibly to really promote, really have a subconscious goal on making me succeed because of like ties he has with me. That's a tie I have to Hampton's Coach Joyner. So, he called my dad by his hood name. Like, I ain't gonna say what the name is, but like he called him by not his first name. I was like, yeah, he knows him for real. But yeah, so that's my connection to Hampton.
Okay, gotcha. And they are a school that they lead HBCUs in basketball attendance every year, so they have a great basketball atmosphere as well. We got a chance to see them earlier this year when they made the Big South championship game, and Coach Joyner was really emotional about one of his players, Jermaine Merrow. So he's definitely invested in the young men there. And then talk about North Carolina A&T and Coach Jones over there at that program. Talk about what made North Carolina A&T an attractive option for you.
My cousin, shout out AP. Adrian Powell, he went to A&T. He was on the tournament team that played Louisville. They lost.
Remember
Louisville,
him, yeah.
But that's my first cousin, my second cousin. My nana is his auntie. You know, like we're real life cousins. So he taught me how to shoot. He taught me how to do a bunch of stuff with basketball. He's one of the people. He's my phone background right now, today, in an A&T jersey, laying it up. So, you know, growing up, looking up to him as like a positive person in my life, a positive basketball player in my life, that plays a big role. You know, watching him in an A&T jersey on TV plays a big role. You know, I've also grown a great relationship with Coach Jones and Coach Dorsett. So, I mean, everything's going good over there as well.
Right. And interestingly enough, now Hampton was in the CIAA and in the MEAC, and now they're in the Big South, and you know, A&T is moving to the Big South as well. So, as a recruit for you, did that play? Has that made either of those more attractive to you? Playing in the Big South, or, you know, even if they were still, you know, both going to be in the MEAC when you played, they would still, you would still give them the same level of interest just because of the family ties?
I mean, I'd say that I still give the same level of interest because of the family ties, and you know, it's about what you do, not necessarily where you're at. But to answer your question, I'm not sure. I feel like the Big South is I know the Big South is much better with competition in basketball. You know, it's a higher level conference in the eyes of the NCAA. So, I mean, that plays a role. Yeah, it does. I mean, I can't really answer it because it's a hypothetical question to my full ability. But I feel like yes and no, like maybe 50-50. I'm not sure about that one, but luckily I don't have to, you know, think about that.
Gotcha. Well, you got it down to the top 5. You're a 4-star recruit. And so obviously HBCUs getting guys at your level straight out of high school is something that hasn't happened a lot. I know we talked to Coach Jones about that earlier in the year about not being able to get a certain caliber of guy out of high school a lot of times. So they're in your top 5. I guess hopefully you'll give us a call back if one of the two end up be your choice. So we look forward to hearing from you again.
For sure. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.